Hello guys, welcome to my video. It's Mann and today I'm going to analyze the Nightjar and Inkosazana Yasezulwini with you. Firstly, I would like us to read the poem as a whole before we analyze each stanza of the poem. It reads as follows. The speckled bird as brown as dust which rose inside the bush by day, hiding its head against the glare, at midnight pecked against the pane, and gently pecked until I saw the starlight glitter through its beak. On calm and tender summer nights, when fishes bite the woodland moon, and moth rise to silvery fruits, sprinkling the space among the boughs, it wakes and glides from sill to sill across the worn-out, curtained town. It shook the Sandman from my side, and when the tar-bound slope had turned to bush and rocky hill, it said, "There is a grass house in the hills, above the coast where sugar springs, and lilies sprout, and no storms fly. There, the Princess of Heavens, beside her dark as honey feet, gathers up the dreams which reach her, and stooping to her woven paws, rinses them in rainbow water, or stores them with the morning mist. Go, waking sleeper, call to her, and wading through the icy stream in which the golden pebbles shine, ask her if her power is love, for she is old as she is young, and without her no one dreams." She leaned against the leafless tree, on which a crown of crimson bent, and then the hill began to dim, and standing in the greyish rocks, I heard the nightjar fade, from sill to sill, across the windowed town. So now let's look at the summary of the poem. The poem is about how a nightjar, a bird which is active at night and makes a jarring noise, becomes a messenger and a guide to people. The nightjar points women to a place where they can receive relief from their problems, meaning that the bird directs people from a place where they can be free from their troubles. So now let's look at the first stanza of the poem. The speckled bird is brown as dust, which rosts inside the bush by day, hiding its head against the glare. A speckled bird is a bird that is marked with small spots. So in this poem, the bird hides inside the bush by day. It hides itself from the sun. And it continues and said, "At midnight pecked against the pane, and gently pecked until I saw the starlight glitter through its beak," meaning that at night the speckled birds visit the speaker's window. It sits in the window sill and peck against the window pane. Then the speaker sees the reflection of the stars in the beak of the bird. So let's go to stanza number 2. On calm and tender summer nights, when fishes bite the wobbling moon, and moths rise to silvery fruits, sprinkling the space among the boughs, it wakes and glides from sill to sill across the worn-out curtained town. In this stanza, the speaker gives a clear description of a calm summer night and what the nightjar does. So when coming to calm summer nights, fishes bite the wobbling moon, the moon that is reflected in the water. The wobbling movement is caused by the movement of the fishes. So moths rise to silvery fruits, sprinkling the space among the boughs. The moon is represented by the moth that rise and shine between the boughs of trees, between the branches of trees. It wakes and glides from sill to sill across the worn-out curtained town. Worn-out curtained town represent night, when we are all asleep and we closed our curtains. Then the speckled bird, it moves from sill to sill, each window, until it reaches the speaker's window and start to peck on the window pane. So let's move to stanza number 3. It shook the Sandman from my side, and when the tar-bound slope had turned to bush and rocky hill, it said, "There is a grass house in the hills, above the coast where sugar springs, and lilies sprout, and no storms fly." So Sandman is a man who who make children to fall asleep by sprinkling sand in their eyes. And again, we can talk about sugar spoons, meaning that the place the speaker is being directed to is KwaZulu-Natal, where there is sugarcane plantation. Above the coast were sugar spoons and lily sprout. Lily sprout meaning that the place is beautiful. It consists of lily's flower and no storms fly, meaning that the place is peaceful. Lily sprout meaning means that the place is beautiful, and no storms fly, meaning that the place has peace. So the speaker has insomnia. He cannot fall asleep and he blames his lack of sleep on the nightjar. In line 13, the speaker says the birds shook the sandman from my side. This means that the sandman who is supposed to make the speaker drowse and fall asleep is being removed by the nightjar. In line 15, the speaker is receiving direction to a place where he will get help. So line 16 and 18 gives a clear picture of the place the speaker is directed to. He is directed to a thatched roofed hut built on a hill in a coastal area where sugar spoons. This refers to the area that is in the coast of KwaZulu-Natal with sugarcane plantation. The area where the hut is built is beautiful. There are lilies on the hill. It is peaceful place, meaning that no storms fly. So let's look at stanza number 4. There, the princess of heavens, beside her dark as honey feet, gathers up the dreams which reach her, and stooping to her woven pot, rinses them in rainbow water, or stores them with the morning mist. So the nightjar in this stanza informs the speaker of who can help him get relief from his troubles. The princess of heavens is a being who collects dreams, help human beings with bringing them new hope. In line 21 to line number 23, the princess of heavens receives the dreams, put them in a woven pot, and cleanses them in rainbow water. So a rainbow is a symbol of hope, promise, peace, and new beginnings. Washing dreams in rainbow water means giving back hope, and it's a promise of new beginnings. So the idea is solidified in line number 24 when the princess stores the dreams with the morning mist, and that is a sign of rebirth, meaning that the speaker is getting help from the princess. So now let's go to stanza number 5. Go, waking sleeper, call to her, and wading through the icy stream in which the golden pebbles shine. Ask her if her power is love, for she is old as she is young, and without her no one dreams. Wading through the icy stream means that the walk is not going to be easy. And another line of golden pebbles shine. This means that there is great promise and hope at the end. The road is not going to be easy, but then there is great promise and hope at the end. Then another line states that for she is old as she is young, meaning that the princess of heaven is ageless. She is accessible to everyone, and she identifies with people of all age groups, and her remedy is love. So let's move to the last stanza. She leaned against a leafless tree on which a crown of crimson burned, and then the hill began to dim, and standing in the greyish rocks I heard the nightjar fade from seal to seal across the windowed town. So in line 1, the speaker sees the princess of heaven leaning against a leafless tree. So a leafless tree symbolizes the end of an era or lack of vitality. So in line number 2, the tree has bright red flowers, a crown of crimson. Although the crimson color can be associated with danger, it also symbolizes excitement, love, and power. In line number 3, the hill began to fade. It is dawn, the morning mist is appearing. and is resulting to the heat beginning to dim. In line 34, the speaker is standing in the grayish rocks. So the speaker has reached a turning point. He has decided to take action through using the gray rocking techniques. Gray rocking is a technique used to divert a toxic person's behavior by acting unresponsive when interacting with them. So the speaker in this line is taking a decision to stop being responsive to things that disturbs his peace. As he makes his decision, the night jar fades away. It has accomplished its mission. Remember that the night jar is at our life to remove troubles only. So now let's look at the themes of the poems. So the first theme of the poem is hope. The night jar as a messenger and a guide brings hope to women by pointing them to a being who can renew their hope and make them to dream again. So the second theme is women's physical and spiritual needs. Women's need inner peace, understanding, and acknowledgement through spreading love to other human beings. So now let's look at the tones in the poems. The first tone is placid. The night jar is peaceful in its manner as it guides the speaker in getting a solution to his problems. The first tone is sympathetic, meaning that there is a sense of understanding and being, not judgmental, that is portrayed by the night jar as it assists the speaker. There's a sense of understanding and non-judgmental. So meaning that the speckled bird does not judge anyone, and the princess does not judge anyone. They all help each and every people of different race. Thanks for watching my video until this far, and please consider subscribing and liking my video. Thank you.